There, Gemini. Thank you for joining me. And also, I wanted to thank everybody this week for checking out astrojar.com. We've had a lot of feedback from the readers and the new readers that are on the site, and a lot of you have told people that you came from Astrojar and things like that. So I really appreciate that. I appreciate all of you supporting the new readers and things like that. It means a lot. So thank you again for doing that. But this is your reading for the 21st, by the way, if I didn't say that. Let's see what is coming in for you this week. Let's see here. Definitely let go of old disappointments and things like that this week. A lot of, over the past couple weeks, the word disappointments and also the Nine of Spades, which you have here right at the beginning, has been coming up a lot. So, I don't know why, but a lot of people might be looking at old disappointments and situations like that. But you start off with the Seven of Spades, needing to separate away from something. I actually don't think this is that bad of a card. It's usually a card that says you might be thinking about, leaving something behind. Could even be breaking up with somebody or having thoughts of breaking up with somebody. It's not usually a breakup card, though, so I'll just tell you that. And again, if it is, it's you are the one that's deciding to leave anyway, so it wouldn't be a surprise to you or anything. But to me, sevens mostly represent internal fears that don't exist. So if you have any fears this week, let those things go. Some of you could be thinking about a past relationship or something along those lines, Nine of Spades. I would say mostly if you are one of those ones who's thinking about a past relationship, you would very specifically have been in a relationship with a fire sign. Maybe you're having a hard time to let that go. That relationship could have come to an end July, August, somewhere around that time frame, probably around that fire sign's birthday. So that came in very specifically. That was a pretty specific message for some of you. But that relationship could have come to an end, but it could still be affecting you and things like that. So a lot of you could be thinking about that type of past disappointment, and some of you could be thinking about other past disappointments as well this week. Let that stuff go, because the rest of your week looks amazing. You have the Eight of Diamonds coming up next. Very good for money. It even represents material success on the horizon. So more money coming in the future, obviously. And it's a very good card for working in general. So, the harder you work this week, the more you could make with this card. Also a really great card for trying to stand out this week. You have the Nine of Clubs as well. I would say the combination between these two cards, and we'll talk about it a little bit more on the Nine of Clubs, but the combination is great for trying to stand out at work, or even in your own business, trying to do things to make yourself stand out. It's a great week to do that because these cards say that you could be noticed this week. You have better energy for being noticed. You have better energy for standing out. If you're not employed or you just are retired, this is a great card for, again, looking at finances, planning finances, and even looking at investments and things like that. Next, you have the Jack of Clubs. Again, I think for some of you, you're thinking about a past fire sign relationship. It's weird. Gemini has a very specific message about having a fire sign relationship over the summer, like this summer for some reason. So some of you might be dealing with that. The rest of you, I think this is actually you just looking into the future. Jack of Clubs, to me, is a card of looking into the future and planning out your goals very specifically. It is a goals type week for you. Again, Nine of Clubs represents achievements, goals, recognition, all those types of things. Jack of Clubs represents looking at all the little tiny steps you need to take to reach your goals and needing to do those things. Jack of Clubs also simplifies things as well. Jack of Clubs doesn't just say, I want to make $1 million. Jack of Clubs says, I want to make $1 million, but what are the little things I need to do to make sure that happens? And he breaks it down very simply. So a lot of you could be breaking down your goals as well. Next, you have the Ace of Clubs. Great card. I think that over the next, several years, this will keep coming up again and again and again. We have Saturn switching signs in 2018. It's going into Capricorn, and I think when it goes into Capricorn, it's very specifically highlights education. If you watch my 2016 readings, even I talked about this a little bit back in 2016 when I did the yearly readings. I said that I thought for the next several years, with Saturn moving more towards Capricorn, education would be highlighted, and education would be very important. And the people who focus on education and teaching themselves things, I think it's going to be extremely profitable for you, especially when we get to 2018. And I know that's a little while away, but still, do it now, because the more you do, the more you're going to get. Ace of Clubs is my favorite card in the deck. It's all about, I sometimes say it's like the card of stacking skills, reading books, watching YouTube videos and things like that, and learning about your obstacles and things like that, and learning how to overcome them. I think the people that put in that work now, again, are going to be heavily, heavily rewarded in 2018. So definitely get started on that. And then finally, again, Nine of Clubs, recognition, reaching goals, even some goals you have, and achievements. Even this card can represent achievements, promotions, all sorts of things. So it's a great week to try to stand out, like I said. But that Eight of Diamonds and the Ace of Clubs in this card really put quite the positive spin on your week. So I really like to see that for you. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your week.